Hey guys, Sword here, and this is going to be Operation Bedrock number 126, 126th episode of the Operation Bedrock series. A series where my friends and I were going to I'm mixing things up a bit now, aren't I? Well, we're going to actually mine the entire world until there's nothing but bedrock left, except for the floor, of course, because we need something flat to walk on. And you probably have already noticed that this is my Cactus Staircase. Yes, we're going to actually talk about the Cactus Staircase for a while. This used to be a place where I was actually making the video. Apparently Enderman has been trolling me, or somebody has been mining here. I have no idea what's going on here, but it's just that this was the minigame that my friends and I made back when we didn't have any ice in the world. So this was way back before TU5, I think that was called. I think Steve called it was at TU5 that right here is that all you had to do was just climb on top of the staircase and then jump into the water below. Is that there are 19 staircases right here. So that by the time you actually reach the top, you already be at half a heart. That's it. If you stayed on the cactus a little bit longer, you would die. So this was a thing that people, it was kind of fun. It was fun for a while. The thing is that what was made it difficult was the fact that if you were damaged and you were jumping, the fact that you were damaged will actually bring you back down to the ground. So you actually had to time it just right, and you cannot delay, because of course if you were to delay at least one spot, you would die. And of course if you were to go up there and you jump off, you would die. So it made it difficult, especially if you were lagging a bit. So that was the thing that got a lot of people killed as well. So whenever we are up for it, we probably will actually bring this back. Of course, we'll be on peaceful for the matter of that, or maybe even on easy mode. I'm not too sure. It's just I don't want any mobs to be around, but at the same time that this is alone is difficult, especially if you're lagging. So we'll probably go back to easy mode and clean this up a bit, and of course put some little torches on the side so that we don't have any more problems with the ice, because this one would definitely kill you if you were to jump off. The prize back then was just back then when diamond pickaxes were a must and we didn't have that much at the time. The prize was a diamond pickaxe, and I gave them the diamond pickaxe and it was all fine and handy dandy from there. But one day we'll bring this back, and especially with all the other ideas that I have, but I've just been too lazy to actually go upon those ideas, and as well as that I've been busy with all the other series that I've been working on, such as Operation Dome, Operation Bedrock of course, and then of course we have Pixelmon. So yes, I'm going to advertise Pixelmon again. More players means happier people, that more people are playing, then we could all just have fun playing Pokemon in Minecraft in a survival world. So if you want to join us on Pixelmon, you have to download 3.3.8 thus far, unless it has been updated already. Once it's updated, oh my god, another skeleton? Really? How many skeletons do I have to face throughout the episode? Every single episode I have to face a skeleton one way or another. Last episode was fine, but this episode, 2 skeletons. They just love me today. That's just going to be the new creepers. I can handle creepers because at least those creepers are not too OP, but skeletons, however, they are so OP that just by them looking at you, they'll chase you down and they'll shoot 2 arrows before you have a chance to actually hit them. And once you hit them, they'll knock them back, and then they'll keep shooting at you and knock you back. It's just an unfair advantage, and especially if you're just doing with a sword. If you have a bow and arrow, you're perfectly fine. Do I have a bow and arrow? Let me see if I have a bow and arrow. I don't even see a bow in here. Either that or I'm blind, but I really don't see a bow. So I guess that we're not gonna be good with this one, right? So we have that. Where can I find? Well, I'm going to save the Soak Touch for a bit because I'm going to need to get some more resources. So I'm going to save that. Fortune I'll save. I'm going to save that definitely. I'm just going to need to destroy all the other pickaxes due to the fact that I need more space. But that is fine. We got a lot of broken pickaxes. Now, where was I? Ah yes, back to Pixelmon. So you're gonna have to download 3.3.8, and you're gonna have the Forge updated version, the Forge mod version of 1.7.10 last 4 ending numbers in 1230. All of that will be provided in the description below. Feel free to join us. The server is called envyblock.org. I'll leave that all in the description so you can see, so you don't misspell it by any chance. Now, just the few simple rules. Do not harass the players, do not harass the staff, do not harass the moderators, do not harass the owner, and of course just mainly have fun. It is survival, get the stuff yourself, and make your own house, and do not grief anyone. Do not x-ray, however. If you x-ray, that is a permaban until you actually apply to be unbanned. But still, if that's just it, if you mess up again with the X-ray, you're just gone. You're not going to come back. But I digress, is that just mainly have fun. The resources are there. You have MCMMO. If you're familiar with MCMMO, then you'll be fine. You'll be able to get some levels. You'll be able to get some materials. You'll be able to get some money. You'll be able to get some Pixelmon. You'll be able to make some friends. You'll be able to make yourself known in the server. So it is that type of deal. It's just everyone is pretty much friends with each other just as long as you do not annoy people. And it has happened before. I'm not going to name any names, but you have met these types of people in the server where they're not doing anything for themselves and they expect everybody to get the items for them. Yeah, you guys know who I'm talking about when you join a server and there's just that one person who just keeps on asking for more and more and more. You give them something, they ask for more. You help them out, they ask for more. They just don't do anything for themselves, especially when it's like, can you trade me Pokemon? Everyone's like, dude, have you ever played an actual Pokemon game? Nobody trades you the stuff. You get everything on your own. But if you know a lot about Pokemon, you'll do fine because mainly everything that you know about Pokemon has already been integrated into Minecraft. Every logic and everything. Some of the things that are changed is just the IVs, the EV training, but it's easy to actually learn about that if you know how to do it. For me, I don't do EV train because what I want to do in the series is that I just want to get all the Pokemon shiny and every single Pokemon that is shiny to level 100. So I got a long way to go, and especially when not every single Pokemon, however many there are, I think we're past 700 by now, but I think we only got like at least maybe 200, 300. Don't quote me on that unless the wiki on Pixelmon will tell us how much there are in the Pixelmon servers. Then I just don't know how much there are. And I think somebody's home. Yeah, somebody's home. Yep, and stars up and going. So I'll be right back to you guys. Ah, slime! A slime! Oh my god, a slime! Go away! Well then, that's a thing that actually happened. Well, where was I? Mainly I was just talking about Pixelmon, and you probably will hear sirens in the background because somebody's in trouble. Yeah, this was a bad time to actually come back. Let's see how well this mic actually picks up on the sirens, so at least I'll know next time not to actually just come back when sirens are going by, just to wait a little bit longer. But I don't want the file size to actually get a little bit larger, so I'm going to try my best. My god, somebody's in trouble. Like, that is a lot of sirens for one call. I probably heard a fireman, probably heard an ambulance, and maybe even a police officer. Sounds like they actually turned it off. I don't even hear it anymore. So, they're already there. So, I just pretty much talked through like at least 30 seconds. So, if you guys can hear it, and if I can hear it, then this sensitive mic could actually pick up on that. So, what I got is a Blue Yeti. You either get the Blue Snowball, you get the Blue Yeti, or you get the ATX 2000, whatever number that there is. So, whatever you want to prefer, that's what you want to get. For me, I prefer the Blue Yeti because I never actually heard of the other mic, but then I saw all the other YouTubers actually using it. So I thought to myself, did I make a mistake of actually not getting that mic? But the thing is that I didn't really make a mistake because Blue Yetis are still great. You have 4 different settings. You could even mute the microphone. You could just press mute, and then whenever you're done just muting the mic, you just unmute it. It is actually perfect for live streaming if you are putting some background game right there and you want to mute the mic. It's right there. You just click it and you're good to go. And you can even plug in headphones into it if you want, I don't know, just to hear yourself speak, I guess, so that you know how loud you can be, how low you can be, just whatever at that point. And then of course you have the little spot where you could put it either on the mic stand that the Blue Yeti provides, or you could actually get your different stand where you could actually just have it there. What I have is that I have a regular old mic stand that has like the plate on the floor, and then what I put on top of it was just the little pop filter, and as well as that I have the shock mount because the one from the Blue Yeti really sucks. I didn't buy it. So if you want to get a shock mount, do not get the one from Blue Yeti. Get the other one that I can't remember what it was called. I really can't. But the great thing is that it's actually silver, that it really matches with the Blue Yeti. I just don't remember what it's called, but it is made for the Blue Yeti and it works perfectly. Just every now and then, whenever I actually shake the mount, that's when it actually makes noises because it's very top heavy. Due to the fact that I do have the condenser on there, I have the isolation mic stand or whatever the isolation shield. There you go. So it will actually trap more of my voice towards the microphone so that it doesn't go past the microphone and it has a little bit of an echo. So that's where it's a little bit more defined. You really don't notice it, but for me, I actually did notice it after a time being, because I'm trying to be a little bit of, I don't know what the phrase called, but every single, oh wait, I'm not supposed to mind that. I'm supposed to silk touch that for later. Whoops. Oh well, that, I'm still thinking of Pixelmon right now. That with the mic shield, it actually does kind of block out the background, at least since the mic shield is facing, well, of course, the foam is facing me, but the shield itself is facing towards the window. That's where all the cars come by, so it does kind of muffle it just a tad bit. But for me, I'm just happy that I actually got this mic stand and everything that's set up right here. It's a little bit complicated. If I ever show a picture of it, you could see how you could worry that if it falls over, something's gonna break, and it has fallen over at least 2 times. Thankfully, it has hit my computer desk, and thankfully, there is no dents on the shield. So those are a few close calls. There were. Sometimes it actually fell over and hit me, because all you have to do is just push it a little bit, and since it's top heavy, it'll go back a little bit and then it'll move forward and collapse. It's just like a domino effect. But still, I like it. I'm fine with it. I'm happy with it. So one day, whenever I actually have my own house and have my own studio room, I could just soundproof it where I won't be able to hear anything outside. If you really want to actually get in touch with me, you're gonna have to actually call me on my cell phone, or if I have people over that if they need to talk to me, then I'll probably have a little bit of like a bell system. Like I'll have the lights there, someone presses a bell, it lights up, and I know that someone's outside. I could pause the recording, bring them in here, and then we could just continue on talking. So that could be a thing. Yeah, a little bit professional. Just try to get everything nice, because I really hate the fact that the airplanes, or you can probably hear the dogs barking in some time, that I don't want that to disturb the commentary, but it happens. It just so happens, especially when you're living on the street, or not really, that, oh, I broke this pickaxe, sweet. Well, is that I am living like adjacent to the actual busy street. This thing is really annoying. It just doesn't want to break. Break already. I hate that little tiny bug. It just doesn't want to break. Come on. Break. Why aren't you breaking? I've already broken you like 5 times. That's a little bit of a bug that happens. Oh my god, another skeleton. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. God dang, I hate skeletons now. I hate skeletons more than creepers. They are so OP. I don't even need to repeat myself why they're OP. You see it all the time. And that reminds me, I actually did record a video of a skeleton that failed so hardcore, but it is funny and I want to show you guys. I don't have any commentary for it, which I really don't think it even calls for it. It's just there for you to see. So at least that could be a break from me talking your ears off, right? Well, let's move on from here. That if I could find it, I'll be uploading it, and then you can see it for yourself of how much of a fail that was. It's just a little bit entertaining. At least to me it was. I find small things funny. Like the littlest things. Like some people may not even find it funny, but for me, I find it a little bit hilarious. Especially if I'm sleep deprived and I got an arrow in my head. Okay, now it's gone. Haha. So, just for the fact of the matter is that this week, school has already gone by, at least my first week of college classes. Right now, I'm taking Spanish 102, so I gotta learn how to be bilingual so that I'll have a better job opportunity whenever I apply for a new job, if I ever do. I'm kind of happy where I'm at right now. Everything's a little bit chill. Of course, you're gonna lay down the law of the store every now and then, but once that passes, it just goes away after a month. Honestly, it actually does. Whenever they enforce a new rule, it only applies for about like a month or 2, and then people just don't care anymore. Just trust your workers. Trust your employees. If you trust them, they will actually do better for you. But of course, if they do slack off, that's when you actually lay down the law. But still, just trust your employees that they don't want to actually just make you mad or make you angry or get themselves fired over something that's so little. So just don't worry about it at times. Just don't worry about it. Of course, what do I know? I quit being a crew leader after a while. Yeah, if they ever ask me to be a crew leader again, then I'm gonna have to bring up the fact that I was not paid the actual raise that I was promised when originally became a crew leader. I just did it for the experience, so I could say that I've actually pseudo-managed a store. So if you need someone that needs to be a little bit of a leader, then I'll be that leader. Just for the fact that I want to be friends with everybody, that's the thing that kind of sets me back. It honestly does. When you're a manager, you could be friends with people, but you just can't have people walk over you, because if that happens, then your business suffers. So if I have to actually lay down the law myself, then that's the thing that's gonna actually break friendships over. It happens, but business is business, because being friends with somebody isn't gonna help your business thrive, depending on who you're friends with, but still. That if you're, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about when you see that one coworker who's friends with the manager, and that coworker is not even doing anything to help the store, but the fact that they're friends with the manager, that's the reason why they're there. Yeah, we've all faced those people. Anything that I talk about, I usually say that based on the experience that everybody else has experienced, one way or another. If you don't have a job yet, and if you find your first job, just look out for that one coworker who doesn't do anything but is still there due to the fact that they're friends with the manager, or that they're just friends with everybody. They just don't do the work, but it's just you have to deal with it. Honestly, you do. One day it will actually bite them in the end, and if it does, then you could just say to yourself that I knew that that was going to happen. It has already happened to a lot of the other coworkers that I've already dealt with. But it's just, for the fact of the matter is, that's just how life is. Not everyone is a hard worker. Not everyone just wants to work, who actually just, well, they quote unquote wants to work. They get the job for the money, but they don't actually do the work. I've already faced with those customers, or sorry, what am I talking about? Those employees. Then of course you get the customers who just don't know how to order, but that's another story. I could just rant and rant and rant. If my manager ever sees these videos, then so be it. I'm just speaking out of my mind, and you know when you see a Twitter page of a person that's in an official business, it's like, my thoughts and my words do not reflect on the business. So that is my disclaimer, that whatever I say do not reflect on the business, because I will take care of the customers. I will stick out my neck for the customers. I've gotten in trouble for helping out customers. Like, if pieces are too small, I give them extra pieces, and if they don't have enough money, I'll give them a discount. It's just, I help out customers, and I stuck my neck out for people, and sometimes it just bites me in the end. It just happens that way. Nothing I could really do, but it just happens that way. How did I get this from actually wanting to get from my original topic? Because I went from what I wanted to say about, I just go all over the place. That's just how I am. Like I said, I don't go by script, so anything could be just out of, what's the word? Spontaneous. Just anything could happen in the commentary. Anything could just happen. I really am not organized when it comes to these videos, but maybe that is why people actually enjoy my commentary. It's just, I don't really stick to one thing. I just jump from one thing to another thing to another thing. So I add more to the table rather than focusing on one topic for the whole entire video, unless if it's an actual good topic. It just depends on what topic that is. But back to the matter at hand of school. If you guys are already in school, how was your first week? Or how was your first 3 weeks? I don't know. Some people actually went to school before the college students, and some people are still on vacation until September. So lucky to you guys. Honestly, my god, that is actually pretty cool. But just for the fact of the matter is that if you have a longer winter, then you have a shorter summer at some point. I think that's how it goes. Or just maybe a shorter summer but a longer winter. Don't know. Just, hey Enderman, what's up man? I see you. I see you. One person did actually just told me that you could actually put mob griefing off, but if you were to do that, then your leaderboards and of course your achievements will not be enabled. So in doing so, I think that will actually turn a survival world into creative world, and I really don't want to do that. So I have to deal with all these endermen, with all these creepers, with all these skeletons. I have not seen a zombie in a while. What's up, Enderman? What's up? I'm touching you. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't think that was going to happen. I did not think that was going to happen if you were to touch an Enderman. Oh my god, that scared me. My god, go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Oh my god. Well, that happened. When was that updated? Whenever if you were to touch an Enderman, they will actually attack you. Did you see how many hearts it took out of me? It took 7 hearts, or was it 6 hearts? I was not counting, I was not paying attention. I just wanted to be safe in this area. This is a good reason why you actually have a 2x2 type of tunnel. Wow, I almost died. and I almost lost 30 levels. And my voice cracked. That was a scare. That was a scare for me. Honestly, that was. Well then. I keep thinking about all these other topics, but I still haven't gone back to what I want to talk about. Just school is here, and I'm already in school. Take some hours out of my day. Gotta focus on that homework, but I'm the type of person who actually procrastinates or do to the last second, because when I do my homework, that is my way of actually studying for the test. So it's kind of a bittersweet, or whatever type of moment it is that I'm lazy when it comes to actually doing the homework. But when I actually do my homework, it's for the fact that I want to study for the test. So at least with that, I do pass, but it's a bad habit. Just for the fact of the matter is that if I were to keep doing that with every class that I take, then it's just going to bite me in the end, and it has done so before. I remember in high school where I actually did big projects at the very last minute, like maybe 2 days or maybe even the day before when it's actually due, and then when I turned it in, I usually get an A or a B, at most a C. I never got a D or an F. I just got mostly A's and B's. My friends envied me for that. I had a friend, well, I have a friend, sorry, I didn't want to say had. I have a friend who actually did a big project with the slideshow, because you know PowerPoint, you had to do multimedia and you had to learn how to use PowerPoint and do a slideshow that made it entertaining for all the other people to actually watch. He did, I think, maybe like 57 slides. They were fast slides, don't worry. So with that he was done. I did a simple like 8 or 9 page slide and I got an A. I think I may even had a better grade than him. He was so mad with me at that day. It's like, dude, I'm never going to actually put all that much hard work into my projects again. I'm like, dude, your project was great. Just do not knock yourself down. You were actually creative with that one. You were actually really good with that one. With me, I just did a simple little thing and just turned it in, and I just happened to get a better grade. I'm not bragging about it, but with you actually made a better project than me. I did not deserve that grade. I did at the very last second, where I stayed up to 1 a.m. And before then, with high school, 1 a.m. was actually very, very late. Now it's just whatever. If you go to sleep at 3 to 4 a.m., then that's a different story, depending on when your class actually starts. And my mind's just going all over the place. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I should be mining. So, going back to the matter of mining, just right here, oh, sorry, I had to adjust myself. Is that a truck? Nope, that's a plane. Okay, so with here, this is 30 torch path going, well, it is a 50 by 3 height, or 50 blocks wide, 3 height block type of tunnel, where we put 30 torches in the middle. And over here, this was skylight number 2, if I am remembering right, or this is skylight number 1, or sorry, quadrant number 1. Okay, quadrant number 1. This is quadrant number 1. We already dealt with all the resources, we dealt with all the blocks, and we put down the torch pattern. So this is a great torch pattern that I want to see from the surface. But that's not going to be until we actually get done with quadrant number 3 and quadrant number 4. That currently, we are in quadrant number 4. Last but not least would be quadrant number 3. Quadrant number 2, however, will be considered blocked off due to the fact that I want to make that the mob spawner area. Technically just put it on a difficulty and just run around in the dark. That's the mobs. So you just kill the mobs and you're good to go. Just as long as you don't face any skeletons, because, you know, they're just so OP. I really hope that they actually patch that up within the next update. But with that area, that's where we're going to have our minigames, where if we want to actually do a little bit of a Slender type of minigame, then we'll be able to do so. One person has Slender, everybody else has to turn off their gamer tag. There's going to be Bedrock fog on, so Slender probably may or may not have night vision. I don't know. That would kind of be too OP, especially if they know exactly where you're at. I don't know. What do you guys think? Just let me know in the comment section below of how this is going to work. So Slenderman will actually either have or not with the night vision, and what Slenderman will have to do, of course, kill all the other players. And everyone just has to survive until that last person standing will have to take on Slenderman. It's just like Michael Myers, but I really don't want to say Michael Myers. Slenderman sounds better, especially when you have to deal with the dark. With Michael Myers, all you have to do is hide. With that tunnel right there, where I'm going to show you right now, there's nowhere you could hide. So Slenderman sounds a better title for the whole minigame. So with this area, that you're just going to have to survive. Do not go past the borders, do not go past the walls, because if you do, you're just out. So last man standing gets to kill Enderman. So look at that. Look at all these people. Well, there's a skeleton that's shooting at me, and there's 3 Endermans in the background. I cannot tell if you could actually see the eyes, but there's the Enderman. So that would be an interesting thing. And you can see spiders too. There's 1 Enderman, 2 Enderman, 3 Enderman, and there's a bat. Hi, bat. I'm kind of scared, honestly, because I have no idea how far can an Enderman see. But I don't. Oh, there's an Enderman right there. There's an Enderman right there. I could see it, but I don't know if you guys can see it. And there's spiders over there, but I really don't want that Enderman to actually teleport right in front of me. So I'm going to stay in the sunlight so that it will not get near me. But that's just how it's going to go. We're probably going to kill each other. We're probably going to do PvP. We're probably going to do teams. We're going to have Bedrock Fog on. And of course, we're going to have one match where we're going to have mobs and people to kill. Well, mobs were going to try to kill us, and we have to defend ourselves against them, but last man standing will win. So do not run into any creepers, do not run into any skeletons, because they're going to be the ones that will do the most damage. And of course, do not look into Enderman's eyes, because they will kill you right off the bat. And spiders that are quick, zombies that are slow, but you're going to actually have to have a little bit of a strategy to avoid all those mobs. So that's going to be a thing. So what else can I say up to this point? Nothing really. I think I kind of actually spoke about everything that I wanted to speak about. That it's going to take us a while. Hopefully just this summer is going to be great. That I'll probably be inviting new people. I'm going to have my old friends over. And then we're just going to continue on mining. Let's see if we could actually get this done. Because I know it's been a very long while. It's just for the fact of the matter is that if I'm able to actually do 8 hours a day on Operation Bedrock, like for at least 3 days, like work 24 hours on this, like a full-time type of job, then I would gladly take that opportunity. It's just I don't have that opportunity anymore. So that's just a thing that you guys probably heard maybe like 50 times already. That's just a broken record at this point, so I don't need to bring that up again. So if you know me by now, that's just the thing I deal with. But I digress. This is Operation Bedrock number 126. We got a long way to go mining the entire world until there's nothing but bedrock left. We did a lot of work in the past, because I don't really show you guys. I'm just showing you guys what we're working on currently. But every now and then, I take the time to actually walk around the whole entire area, and then you can see how much we've actually done. But that's just how it is. Just one day, if I'm able to actually make a YouTube career out of this, then I could focus more time of actually getting more people here, and as well as just mining. A lot of people do in fact enjoy mining, and for me, because what I did in Pixelmon, just a little last bit, that I am working on making a tunnel from Z8000 to all the way to Z negative 8000. So that is 16,000 blocks apart. It's going to be a 7x3 tunnel. So 21 times 16,000. I'm trying to do the math in my head right now. Of course, you got that 1, you got the 16,000, and then you have to do 320,000. So you have 320,000 plus 21,000. 341,000 blocks. Give or take, because you're going to find some lava, or you're going to find some caves, you're going to find some mine shafts along the way. But or even ravines. So let's just say that for the fact of the matter, that it's going to be at least 300,000 blocks. I wonder if that's the actual size of the Minecraft on the Xbox 360 and the Minecraft on the PS3. I want to know if that's the actual size of this whole entire thing. Because if I actually complete that tunnel with 300,000 blocks mined, then there should be no excuse for me not to actually get this done. Just saying. But granted that you got MCMMO with the Super Breaker, and of course, if you know what that is, you're just literally mining through the whole entire thing. Just if you go to creative mode and just start running through the area, that's what it feels like. Just how fast you actually go. I'm level, I think, 825 in the Pixelmon Minecraft. Again, it's mvblock.org. Everything is linked in the description below, so you could join us. Just don't harass anybody. Just have fun, get the stuff yourself. But if you have any questions to ask, feel free to ask the people in the game so that they could help you out. But mainly, everything is just a self-taught experience so that you get to enjoy the game even further, because you don't want anyone else to play your game for you. So You should not ask people to actually do stuff for you. Unless you were to do a little bit of a trade there, here and there, so that could work out. People would love to help you out if you're willing to give them something. That is all I could actually say. So, have a great day everyone. I'm SwordKing090, and as always, I will see you in the next video.